and welcome back to Terrorhand. And yes, we have made a very big jump in time. Because as you can remember, last time we left off, I said that I would finish restylizing the compound. Well, I kept to my word. That has been done. So, without much further ado and hesitations and whatnot, I am now proud to present to you the compound, finished and all. Are you ready for it? Here it comes. Ta-da! Look at that. Look at the glory of it. The magnificence. Does this look military or what? And does it look imposing with all the bones in it or what? And what do you think of the Emperor standing fierce and tall right at the front here on top of the gate? I think it looks amazing really, but you'll be even more surprised when you take a look inside, which is what we will do. So let us slowly go down here and let's see. Yeah, so, well, of course we have the top over here, because, you know, we can't, I mean, let there be no doubt which kingdom this is. In case you were wondering, this is Terrorhand, and yeah, it's clearly shown over here. Then over here we got an extra floor. This one wasn't here before, but I built it so that we could house an extra squad of military if we need to. Now at the moment we do not have that squad, so all the rooms here are vacant. But take a look at this. Yeah, of course, I mean, they take rooms here whenever they want. But I assigned them as vacant at first. But take a look at the worth, man. I mean, they got all they need. They got a statue of the Emperor. Even the captain even got like a dresser and a chair and table and all that. So, yeah, it looks nice, alright? And as you can see, it's only barely finished because yeah, we're still building the last torches over here. Now you might be wondering like, alright, so you went with granite for the top rather than basalt, as I can see on the side walls here. Yeah, but that wasn't really because I wanted that. Well, in the end, I must admit, it doesn't look that bad, but really, we have kind of run out of basalt. If we take a look over here, and we go to stone stuff, we do have 94 right now, but that's because I mined away a lot. If you look over here, we only got 6 blocks, and yeah, we kind of went through a lot of our rock. At the point that when I was about to do the quarters over here, we did not have any, so yeah, that's why it's granite, but I must admit, it does look rather good. Now, these quarters are just accessed from the staircase that we have over here, and they have an inward access. Then there is this floor here, which belongs to the Broodshanks, and well, they have the rooms that are accessed from the outside. And as you can see here as well is the grand hallway to which you come from if you go over the bridge from the royal embassy. So yeah, all looks good. Now this is more or less the same. And yeah, same for this one. As you can see, they're still not done and there's still building that needs to be done. But I do kind of like the bone cantilevers that we have. I think they look quite amazing, really. And yeah, this is the floor of the Stone Wanderers. Looks quite good. And already you can see into the Great Hall here that, or not Great Hall, but the entry hall here. That we have statues, we got chairs. It really looks like a hall to me. And I quite like it, I must admit. Wow, this here is the marketplace. It's a bit cheerful and colorful because, I don't know, I thought it would look cool. I know this is a compound, but yeah, you know, I thought that a marketplace, it needs to have its own kind of character because, well, the compound over here is rather grey and dark and stark, really. Well, you know, the marketplace should be a cheerful place, not one scarred by the influence of war, blood and violence. There. But yeah, I do think it looks quite good. And this is the one room that I'm the least happy about, but well, we're gonna leave it as this, because I do quite like the coloring, you know, in it. It's just that I wish there were more decorational stuff for marketplaces and all that. You know, things like, I don't know, small fountains and more type of benches than just chairs. Or perhaps even like, you know, like a table with a chessboard on it or something like it, you know, but there isn't much here, so yeah, it's just like this, plain and simple, but it is kind of fitting in the compound. Now, as you can see as well, over here, this staircase is all done in birch, you know, and that is because coming from the royal embassy, there's birch here, but then when you cross the marketplace, which, well, everybody has to at some point, you then enter the Great Hall. And here you can clearly see that the birch floor makes a transition for a much darker orange wood, you know, which I think is only fitting. And I must admit that I really like the transition from coloring in this Great Hall. Now, but this isn't the Great Hall, it's a dining hall. And man, it's a good thing it isn't the Great Hall. Though I think that this is worth as much, more or less, as the Great Hall. As far as you can still call it great after the compound. But that we have in the underground here, in the fortress itself. I also have 2 luxurious rooms here for any future ambassadors that we might want to have and house and all that, and they're worth quite a bit. Look, 2,000 and 2,500, and spacious as well. I mean, I know we have the royal embassy and I know we have the rooms there, but man, they're cramped and tiny. And to be honest, I think that the rooms in the compound are actually a lot better than the rooms that are in the building that was designed for it in the first place. Well, what can we do, right? Anyway, yeah, so this is the Great Hall. It has 3 rows of chairs here for 3 squads. Also just as many as we have bedrooms over here for, as it happens to be. And yeah, I quite like it, you know, with an open viewing over here of the trickler. So pretty cool, right? Then, when you move down, of course, you enter the hospital. And I went with a really different color thingy theme over here, you know, everything being white marble and more tiled. So it really looks like a hospital. And I got some chairs over here for friends and family waiting on their loved one to hear from the doctor if he's made it or not. But yeah, so here it is, the infirmary, the hospital. With, of course, you know, the good ever-guarding watch of the Emperor. Now, I also incorporated some pillars over here, because, well, you know, when you're sick, you need to have fresh air. So, I also thought it looked nice. Otherwise, it would have just been one big blank wall. And now it's at least broken up here with these pillars, which I think they look rather good, I must say. So, yeah. If we then go further down, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the room where we will be a lot. Now, at the moment, it is 3 high, so we don't have the best view of things, but just to show, like, you know, they enter from over here, from like, well, over here, this staircase down. And then they enter here in the killing floor, more or less. So, what have I done over here, right? Well, if we go down, I mean, this structure here is just so that it looks somewhat nice with lightning still. Because, as you can see, the whole place is lit up proper. There are no more tiles darkened out because of shadows and whatnot. And well, this is just because of that lightning that I wanted. So, but if we go down here, now you can see what I have made here. And that is, well, you know, a kind of maze. Now, you might be wondering, like, why would we need that? And, well, you know, some of the expert players might know it already. But yeah, we're gonna have traps. We're gonna have a lot of traps over here eventually. I'm thinking of bronze, or maybe, if we have an abundance of it, even steel traps. So, then again, I mean, steel traps might actually kill a lot of things before they reach our military. And I do want them to reach our military, so... But yeah, this is it. We're gonna have traps over here. We have the Stone Wanderers over here. And, well, if we go down, you can see that there is another training room, but we'll get to that in a minute. Another thing that I wanted to touch on is the red squares over here. I have now made it so that these are only accessible through the fortress. You can't get into these places anymore from the compound itself. Which means that, I mean, let's face it, these places are now perfect for some ranged dudes to snipe away at our enemies, right? And we will get those in time. I mean, someone actually asked in the comments, you know, how about ranged squads? Well, I haven't forgotten those, it's just that we have so much stuff to do. But yeah, here it is, you know, the killing floor. Now at the moment, it's only the Stern Wanderers facing off against the enemies. And with Mans, they're more than capable of dealing so. I mean, I think I've spent like a good year on the compound, and I've seen the fair share of invasions. And let me tell you that 3 members of the Stern Wanderers can deal with the entire Mant wave, which by now are like 15 to 16 Mans or something like it. And they can deal with that just fine. All because of the Trickler. If it wasn't for the Trickler, then the 3 Stern Wanderers wouldn't be enough by far. I mean, they wouldn't last, not even for a minute. But because of the Trickler, they do. Now, if we go further down over here, this is the one floor that I think looks best, if I'm honest. I mean, it just looks really nice, you know, and, well, we have another training grounds over here. I really like the kind of arena-like setting that we have with the, you know, the skull on the pole and the pillars and all that. And even the thatch floor in the center, you know, make it like some kind of sparring ground. I really like it. And the thing is that, now, say, for example, we get a goblin attack, and I actually want to fight the ogres that come with it as well. I can then just send up the brute shanks and have them patrol over here, so that it's more of us against more of them. So, yeah. Also, the brute shanks are now on Liverpool duty, so... But yeah, at the best, we're gonna have 10 gnomes over here patrolling around. Plus some extra gnomes over here in our ranged squad. At least that's the idea of it. That should be more or less enough to stop any enemies. The thing is though that right now we only have 6 gnomes. So yeah, we kind of need to expand, you know, and fill out our existing squads, the Stern Wanderers and the Brute Shanks, before we get to that. And then down here, there is this floor, the last one, which I think I actually started in the last video already, so there shouldn't be much surprises over here. I haven't really set up any stockpiles over here, but that's purely because I don't really know what I should put here, so... Yeah, well, there it is. I hope you like it. I sure do. Took a hell of a lot of time, a hell of a lot of work, but I right now think that the compound is freaking mighty, freaking glorious, and it looks imposing. I mean, imagine if you are a new greenskin, you know, only 12 years old, and you come to these lands in a raiding party, because your dad allowed you to. And then you walk up here, and first you see this, the Bone Gates of Terror, made of goblin bones mostly. Oh, never mind, there are alpaca bones. Actually, the whole lot is alpaca bones. Balls! They say they are goblin bones. And then you walk through here. Walk onto the bridge, get trapped by the Trickler, and whilst you walk on the bridge, you look at this. I mean, look at how imposing it is. I think it looks freaking amazing, and I'm really happy with it. Now, of course, there is more than just this, what I've done. For one, if you take a look at a kingdom's worth, it's an absolute crapload. And yeah... That is a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing about that is that we have had Nomads. Now, I haven't named them. That is purely so that you can see who the Nomads are. And I will name them in a moment, you know. But the downside to all this extra kingdom's worth is that with our 6 military steel-clad gnomes, we kind of cannot deal with a goblin invasion. Of course we can. If we just leave the Trickler on, the raiders will all come in first, we kill them, and then the soldiers will move back. They will retreat. And that's the issue. I kind of don't want that. I don't want to chicken out there and just kill the raiders and be done with it. I want to kill all of them, you know, exact our revenge for our fallen heroes. But we kind of can't now, really. I mean, I haven't tried, but we are getting to the point that it's like more or less 8 to 10 soldier goblins, most of them in steel, or 3 two-headed ogres and like 3 soldiers. That's like equal numbers. I think that that is not gonna be a thing that we can deal with. And it very well might be that from now on, till we have a lot more members in our military, we will only be dealing with the raiders for a while. Of course, once we have ranged units and have 2 filled out squads here, things might be different. But for now, yeah, it's only gonna be raider killing for us. Now, onto the Nomads then, right? I must admit that in total we had 4, but only 3 made it. Because, yeah, kind of what happened was that we got Nomads somewhere over here. I don't know, maybe the corpse is still... No, the corpse is gone. But we got Nomads over here, and then literally like 1.5 seconds later, a manned invasion spawned here. But I didn't saw any of that, because, well, it was dark, and yeah, then they came, the Nomads, and then immediately one died. The other ones ran away. And the Mans as well, they kind of scattered, and I don't know how they did it. I think they ran up till over here, at which point the Mans lost vision, at which point the Stone Wanderers came, mopped up the Mans, and the Nomads made it back safe. But yeah, we did kind of lose one, and let's see here. Oh yeah, that's another thing. We have a lot of legendary gear, and let's quickly check them out, right? It's only the Stone Wanderers who had the legendary gear, I think. But we'll check out all our military members to see. Oh, look at that, the hip sword, a legendary steel sword, and look at the worth, man, made by Mick Savage. Man, is that awesome. Now, yeah, your shield is still just regular. But, and how about you, Adrian? How's your equipment? Oh, look at this. The Hammer of Cook and the Diamond Bear. Why? I mean, how is that shield related? A legendary steel hammer. The Hammer of Cook. Of Coke. No, never mind. So yeah, a cooking hammer. I mean, I don't know how a hammer is related to cooking, but there it is. It's legendary now. And the Diamond Bear, of course. A legendary steel shield. Right, Madame Hero Squire, do you have any legendary gear? Oh, you do actually. The Cat Bridler. Cat Bridler? Really? Cat Bridler, and that's a steel sword, right? Yeah. Okay. I don't want to know what you've done with that sword to give it that name. As far as I know, you've only killed a bajillion mans and goblins with it, but ah well. Anyway, so yeah, that's your gear. Now there are more members of our military. I think, yeah, they were sleeping. So let's check out your gear as well, Zerokin. Wait, what? The slitted shank of the whiskies. I approve of this. I approve a whole lot. The slitted shank of the whiskies. Oh man, what an axe. It's an axe that, oh man, filled with whiskey, brings, well, destruction and ravage to our enemies. What an awesome name this is. Man, you got the best name of all of them. Ah, yeah, shield isn't legendary, but man, what a name. That's amazing. V, how's your equipment doing? The Martyred Ripeness. Okay, yeah, I guess so. Ripeness that has become a martyr. Yeah, sure, why not? Must be quite... Wow, look at this though. Look at... What? This worth is like double of what... Triple maybe even of what Zerokin had. Perhaps that is because this was more to begin with. It could be that this one was made with slivered bars. Those are worth a lot more, and therefore the items too. Or it was a finely crafted steel. hand axe at the start till it became legendary. The Martyred Ripeness. What a name. I don't think you have anything new. No, you just still got the Smoldering Warhammer. So, yeah, right, well, yeah, how could I forget, of course, all our legendary gear. And we are smashing the mans. When they come here, there are a lot of just one-hit kill actions right there. I mean, that legendary gear is making itself count. Now then, that's all nice, the legendary gear. But we do have Nomads. And, yeah, see, 3 of them made it. One didn't make it. I don't really know who it was. Where can I see who has died in our kingdom? Yeah, deceased. Oh yeah, Klebinji Bun. That's the one who didn't make it, who got killed by the mans. But other than that, we now have 3 nomads, which I need to assign a job to. We got Wick. In fact, I think that this is the 2nd Wick that we get. We got Ban, okay, and Enos. Oh man, oh no. Alright, I wanted to make a remark here, but I'm not going to. But anyway, so we got these 3 nomads. I think that we need to take a look at what they're gonna be. You are anything but a military gnome. You're a crafts gnome. And, well, this isn't the amount of woodcutting that he came with, but... see, they've been in the kingdom for a while, and I left them as nomads, which means they do anything. Literally anything. In your case, you've mostly been working on the fields, in the groves, and, you know, helping out with that. So that's why your woodcutting is pretty high. Ban, are you a military gnome? Yeah, you are. Look at this. See, you are most definitely a military gnome. Look at your dodge skill, man. That's crazy high. Right, so that's good to know. Oh, your gun and crossbow skills aren't that high. That's another thing that I'm looking for, you know, is gun skills. And again, they're really low. But you are as well a military gnome. Right, good to know. So we got 1 crafts gnome and 2 military gnomes. I am quickly gonna go about and check who's gonna get what setup, and then I'll bring you back. Alright, and here we are. I have sorted out all the professions and all the naming as well. So, I am proud to present to you Jonas 3279, also known as Jonas, which is our newest miner. Now, a miner, you might wonder, he was very good in carpenting and all that stuff. True, but we don't really need any more carpenters. And whilst I was building up the compound, I noticed that, well, miners, and, well, they also do all the masonry. I noticed that I had a severe lack of them, because we were constantly running out of blocks. It took forever to, well, mine away any blocks, and, well, you know, I just think that we need another miner. Also, the next gnome that we're gonna get is gonna be a cook. That's already decided, just so you know. Maybe even 2. No, I don't think we need 2 cooks, but we definitely need 1 more cook, I feel. Because, you know, we're growing. I mean, Terrorhand is having a big population. 37 gnomes, no less. That's a lot. So, yeah. But anyway, that's 1 gnome. Jonas, welcome to the fortress, to the might and the glory of Terrorhand. The others are Aurelius Noble, a soldier, and Genesis, also a soldier. However, not just any soldiers. Because let us take a quick glance at the military here, right? We have... Can I enlarge this? No. Alright, fine. We have the Stone Wanderers with only 1 spot vacant in here. We then have the Broodshanks with only 3 spots vacant. That means that there's 4 more soldiers that need to go into this squad. Now, if you take a look at the Mangy Beasts of Crap, they have 4 soldiers. And that's not a coincidence. I mean, these are the 4 soldiers that will make you know, that will fill out the Broodshanks and the Stone Wanderers. But we now have 2 more soldiers. We do not have any more room in the Stone Wanderers or the Broodshanks. That is because these 2 soldiers will be the start of our new ranged squad. So we won't have them training here with the Mangy Beasts of Crap. No, we will have them train in a new squad. And they need weapons, like, right away. So, yeah, pretty cool, huh? New units, new ranged units. Now, to get that set up, first thing that we need is a new squad. The Vileness Smokers. Wow, Vileness Smokers. What an amazing name. We're gonna stick with that straight away. Then we do need a new formation, because these will be the ranged dudes. So, yeah, let's see. We're gonna have the new formation is going to be called the Terror Snipers. Yeah, like that. They need a ranged perk, fire at will, ranged attack speed. No, we don't want that. Increased ranged weapon damage for each member with a ranged weapon. Wow, firing squad. Damn right, there we have it. Yeah, then we need some positions over here. However, I do not have any position for ranged, well, you know, ranged squads. So we kind of need to make some new positions over here. I think, to be honest, that we won't have any difference with the captain. We're just gonna have all of them wield crossbows. Why crossbows? Because crossbows have the longest range, and, well, as you can see over here, we have quite some range to cover, so I think crossbows would be the best option for us. So that's what we're gonna go with. Balls. I was just setting stuff up over here. Terror Snipers. Yeah, alright, so we need to get a position, so why don't we get a new position over here, and we are gonna call these the Death Arena. Well, that sounds pretty cool, right? Death Arena of Terror. Yeah. Hand. But you need to think the hand. Right, so we're gonna need a perk here. Now, I've been thinking about weapon damage and accuracy. That's one thing. The other one I thought about is conservationist. Chance to not consume ammo when firing. This basically allows you to use high level munition, like steel, for example. Now, it's not a guaranteed, you know, that they will never go through it, but they'll go through it at a lot slower pace. However, that's nice for later on when we have plenty of steel. For now, I think that a Marks Gnome ranged weapon range and accuracy. I think that this is what we want, at least for now. And we'll just shoot with common munition rather than really good munition. Common in the sense of made from stuff that we have a lot of, like marble or serpentine even. So yeah, we're gonna go with Marks Gnome. We're gonna make a special uniform for you, because as a ranged gnome, you won't ever be in the line of scrimmage, you know? You won't ever have to do hand-to-hand combat due to the way the compound and the Bone Gate of Terror is set up. So, yeah, we're gonna have a special uniform for you. Now, I don't want you to pursue lost targets. I also don't want you to maintain distance. Retreat to refill ammo, yes. Assist squad leader, yes. Retreat if bleeding. Well, that's not gonna happen, but in the unlikely case that you somehow shoot yourself in the foot, yeah, whatever, sure, retreat. So, yeah, I think that this is the right setup for it. And, well, all we need now is a new uniform. So, we'll get a new uniform, and we're gonna call this the Ranger form. Just like that. We're gonna have a full leather suit for this. Because I think it's cool, you know? A leather suit, that's what ranged dudes need. So, it's gonna be all leather. Now, we do not have any leather gear at the moment. So, any leather that we'll make is what they're gonna put on. And, where is it? Crossbow. There. Also any crossbow for now, cause at the moment, I mean, it's nice to have a ranged squad. I want them to wear steel crossbows shooting lead ammunition or even steel ammunition. But we have other things that we need to do with our steel first, so they're just gonna have to suck it up with regular crossbows made out of something else. I don't even know what yet. But yeah, there it is. Oh crap, now, I don't need to fill in the uniform here for the Death Rainer of Terror, and you'll have the Ranger form. And then over here I need to set things up again. Terror Snipers, you will now all be Death Rainer of Terror. Even the captain. I mean, in the melee squads there's a clear difference, you know who the captain is. These are more solist dudes really. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna set it up to have one of them in each tower. It might be that I actually set it up in a way that we have like a patrol route for a squad and just have each of them in their own squad, each ranged dude in their own squad. But we'll have to see how that turns out. For now though, we do need to give some orders over here for some equipment, because that's another thing. I haven't even mentioned it, but well, our kingdom's worth, it's gone up drastically. I think last time we left off we had like 80,000 less. So yeah, we're really becoming mighty and glorious with the emphasis on the last. But it has affected the merchants as well, because the merchant from Sawbranch occasionally comes with gold now, and is even more expensive. It's like the third stage merchant that we have, and he brings a lot more iron. So we have some iron to spare. Now, let's take a look at our stocks. Yeah, items, yes. And if we go to the metal, you can see that we got one iron ore. I mean the bars. Look, 46 iron bars. That's like 23 steel bars. And we already have 8. That means that we got 31 steel bars. Now, I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that that's a steel suit right here that we have in stock. However, as I said, the merchant, when it comes with gold, it becomes a lot more expensive. So much more expensive, in fact, that I can't even buy the gold, the silver, the iron and the clay and all the other things that I want without it going into the, well, 10,000 of trade worth. So, yeah, there is a bit of an issue with that, and in fact, because of that, I've had it happen twice. The other 2 times the merchant came with the regular pricing, really, and the regular stock that we're used to the merchant of Sawbranch. But yeah, I've pretty much traded everything that I thought we could miss. So I've cleaned up our stocks like quite a few times with these expensive merchants. And well, that includes like a lot of skulls, bones, and just in general a lot of stuff we've gone through just to get all this iron. However, I don't like and that iron is coming from the merchant only. So what we're gonna have to do is set up a mining operation soon to get the rest of the members, the squaddies, still training up, also in steel gear. That's also part of the reason why Jonas is a miner rather than a carpenter, the thing he's good at. That's because I know we're gonna do this mining expedition. So yeah, there's that. Now we need to get some leather gear, and yeah, are you the one to... yeah, you're the one. Now I don't need ogre leather straps anymore, so we can cancel that. I need 2-headed ogre leather straps, really. Oh look, wow. We can make lots of 2-headed ogre leather gear. That's exactly what I want, really. And then with a crossbow and a quiver. Oh man, this is gonna be amazing. Right, now, why? There's so many ogre leather straps here. Why is that? Don't I have like a stockpile for this stuff? Ogre leather straps. Right, I do have it right there. Right, we need to address it. I mean, I haven't looked at this situation here for quite a while, in case you couldn't tell. So, there. Another thing, by the way, I forgot to mention that also has happened is if we take a look at the diplomacy. Yeah, we have discovered a new kingdom. It is not a mining colony as I would have hoped. No, it is yet another lumber camp. The third one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I mean, the Profane Kingdom, we have an ambassador of, it's nice, but already you're not doing much trading, because, well, we produce everything that you have to trade off in an abundance ourselves. And then we get 2 more of these. What I would like is a mining colony or 2, or even another merchant city-state, but no, that's not what we have here. And I'm not sure whether or not we will get any more kingdoms to discover. I sure hope so, but at the moment, if I'm honest, apart from Twine busyness, which I'm really considering, you know, hosting an ambassador of, the lumber camps, they're just not gonna get an ambassador. Same for the net seizure, we just don't need them. So, yeah. But that's for later, because, yeah, like I said, we need some equipment. So, first we need to clean the floor over here, so the gnomes start moving this stuff towards the stockpile here, once the crates are built. I mean, right now they can't take all these ogre leather straps to anywhere, but the moment this is built, you'll see that they can, and they start moving this stuff about. Come on, build it. Turn green now? Come on, game. Be nice. Turn green. No? No, well. Oh, and it's staving. Alright. Well, anyway, another thing. And yeah, I know. I mean, lots of things. But that's what you get after such a big jump in time. You remember that we set it up so that our arms master and our armorer get some skill up, right? Well, that was all nice, but turns out, and I wasn't aware of this, turns out that smelting something doesn't return the whole bunch of materials. No. We lose like half the materials that we have. Now, I didn't know that. It was all set up nice and dandy. Till, and yeah, if you take a look at it, and you might even have seen it when I showed you the amount of bars that we had. No copper. We've gone through all of our copper. Yeah, pretty bad, huh? Now, we don't even have copper ore, so that's even worse. But, oh well, the good thing is, I now know this, and yeah, we're not gonna do this whole skill up thing that I had in mind. Because, I mean, I was quite happy with having that much copper, you know? I was thinking of using it later on for traps and whatnot. Right now, we actually need copper. That's another reason why we need a mining expedition. So, there you have it. Now, because of that, we're not gonna go through with just upgrading the skills of our weaponsmiths. What I might do though is, you know, once we have an abundance of metals, is that I just tell over here to smelt only the poor gear, and then pray that when they make a new one, it's not poor anymore, but of regular or better quality. But we'll have to see that. First though, we need to equip all our military, and then we can worry about that. So, yeah, let me quickly set up here 2 suits of 2-headed ogre leather. Right, well, I was about to give all the orders, but then I realized that we kind of do not have any 2-headed ogre leather panels to make any gear from. So we need to wait. Now, yeah, at the moment, I think they're also still trying to build a lot of this stuff in the compound. But man, I mean, I do hope that you agree with me that this is by far the most amazing place that we've built. I think it even outdoes the royal embassy. Though, right, it shouldn't really, but I really feel that it does. I feel that the royal embassy is dwarfed by the compound here. Man, all the gnomes in Terrorhand. You are so lucky to have such beautiful architecture. Look at this. I think that this looks amazing as well. I also really like the dark red of the bauxite. I think it looks quite neat. Quite good. So, yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Well, how's it going now over here? Still no cleaning up. What's that? Ogre leather straps. No, that's what's there. I need the stockpile. You... Oh, alright, that explains a lot. It's on suspend. Look, and now it turns green. Yeah, herp-a-derp. No wonder that wasn't cleaned up. Right. Well, in that case, I don't really need that to be repeated. I just need this to be crafted to 4. And then you can stop doing that. So, cancel that. Right, and right now this should get worked on by... I think it's our ranchers actually. Is that so? Let's take a quick look at who does the leather working. Leather worker 2. If I go to the rancher... Yeah, it's only you. Right, but the ranchers are very busy with ranching. Because, well, you know, Makita, our super rancher, kind of left us. Now, the other 2 still need to learn the ropes, really. So I don't think they'll have much time. Oh no, apparently they do have time. So it seems that they are already starting to replace Makita quite well. Now, I'm not in the illusion that they'll continue producing stuff here. You know, they'll have to, you know, make one and then, yeah, see, do some ranching. And that's pretty good. Right then, we do have a panel now here, if I'm right. So, I'll quickly go and set up all this. No, I don't. Right. I do need the straps as well, of course. Don't I? No, that's only for the weaponry, actually. So, I don't see any reason to keep more of those. I need the panels. Those are the ones that I need. Craft to 4. Right. Come on, ranchers. You know what? Because this is... I consider this armor as well. I know it's a bit cheap, but... Cyber, could you... Oh, you're sleeping. Right, that's not gonna help all that much. Ah well, this will get sorted eventually. For now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up another suit of steel gear to be made. Hopefully we'll have enough steel left afterwards for, you know, the weapons as well. But for now, let's get another set of steel armor, right? Alright, and that should do it. Now, we have 31 steel bars, but I think that might not be enough. This is 12 steel bars already. Is it now? No, it's 6 actually. 6, alright, 6 and 8 is 14. And that's 18, 22, 26, 30, 32... 34, 36, 38 even. So we can't even make a full suit of steel armor from the massive amounts of stuff that we have. Yeah, so... And here I thought I had a lot. Clearly it's not enough. So yeah, that's definitely a thing. Now, I think that, well, we haven't done a whole lot. In fact, we haven't hardly done anything, to be honest. But the thing is that, well, it's kind of typical for a video that updates us after the situation. So, right now, I feel that we are in a good shape. We are ready to advance some more. But man, I mean, look at this. Look at the compound being awesome and amazing. It's just, oh man, I really love the looks of it, you know. I really like it, how it turned out right now. just does. Look at that. Yeah, amazing. And on this awesome side, I'd say, join me next time when we will play more Gnomoria.